So this is called Snow in Jerusalem by Deborah Da Costa. Now, in the walled old city of Jerusalem, which some call the center of the universe, Avi waited. He sat on the stone front step of his family's apartment. The silver mezuzah in the doorframe above him sparkled in the sunlight. Then he saw her, the small, plump cat with long, white fur. "Shalom, hello, little cat," he said softly. "I have some warm chicken for you." The cat purred as she ate. Then she rubbed against Avi's legs. "Avi, my love, are you feeding that cat again?" his mother teased from the kitchen window. "We'll never get rid of it now." But Avi loved this fluffy white cat. "There is no other cat like you in all of Jerusalem," Avi whispered. "You are a miracle, a gift from the Holy One." The cat gazed at Avi with big eyes as clear and blue as the sea. "Meow," she said. Then she padded hastily down the wind-chilled street. Avi watched, wondering where she was going. Suddenly, he had an idea. "Cat," Avi called, "next time, I will follow you." Have you ever fed a cat that comes to your house or anything? Yeah? You never did? You have a lot of cats in your neighborhood? They never sleep? I know, it seems like they never do, right? They actually take a lot of naps throughout the day. The cat moved through the winding streets. She ducked into shaded, cobbled alleyways and pranced through sunlit courtyards, fragrant with the sweet smell of rosemary. Soon, she reached the hustle and bustle of the next quarter. Here, the narrow streets were filled with shiny brass pots, colorful plates, and tapestries the color of fire. Hamudi waited outside his family's small restaurant as the cat headed towards him. "Ah, there you are, little white one. Iziak, how are you?" Hamudi asked gently. He put down a plate of lamb and a bowl of water. The cat purred as she ate and drank. Then she rubbed against Hamudi's legs. "Hamudi, my darling, are you feeding the cat again?" Oh, so his mom is asking him, just like the other boy. His mother teased from the open doorway, "It will never leave us now." Because you know what happens when you start feeding a cat? It keeps coming for food. Because it knows, oh, this is where I get some food. And then it goes. Uh-huh. The cat would come inside? Oh, wow. It just really welcomed itself, huh? Be like, I smell some food. Let me go eat. Let me join the family. But Hamudi loved the silky white cat. "There is no other cat like you in all of Jerusalem," he whispered. "I know you must be a miracle, a gift from Allah." "Meow," the cat said. Then she padded off through the crowded streets. Hamudi watched, wondering where she was going. Suddenly, he had an idea. "Cat," he called, "next time I will follow you." Yeah, but this is a different boy. So the other boy wanted to follow the cat. Now this boy wants to follow the cat. But the next time did not come. Oh no, what happened? Avi waited for many days. The cat was nowhere to be seen. There were many other cats, skinny cats with wild, hopeless eyes. They darted in and out of alleys and climbed on garbage bags. But not one of them was the beautiful white cat. Avi worried. And in the next quarter, Hamudi waited too. Each day he prepared the cat's favorite dish of lamb leftovers. But there was no sign of her. There were many other cats, big ones and small ones. All had bony ribs and patchy fur. Not one of them was the beautiful white cat. Hamudi worried. This is not that same white cat. His white cat is not coming back. Do you guys have an idea what maybe happened to the cat? What? You think the cat found another family that was like feeding it? Oh, maybe it was closer to her? What do you think? You forgot? What do you think? You think he got lost? Did you know cats actually have a really good sense of smell? And they can track where they were just by smelling. Like, yeah, dogs have a really good sense of smell too. So let's see. Let's see what happens now. Who wants to know? Who wants to find out what happens? Me too, me too, me too, me too. It was many weeks later that the white cat appeared on Avi's doorstep. What happened to you, cat? Avi cried. You look so skinny, and you look dirty too. He ran into the kitchen. Then he rushed outside and put fish and a big bowl of water at the little cat's feet. She ate and drank heartily and purred. But this time, when the cat started on her way, Avi followed her. Ooh, let's see where she takes him. He chased her through the shaded alleys and carved each ways of the quarter. He followed her all the way into the next street. There the cat padded right up to the small restaurant. As Avi watched in amazement, she jumped into the lap of a boy who fed her something from his hand. Who do you think that boy is? The other boy? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see him here. Avi frowned. Hey, that's my cat, he shouted. It's not, Hamudi yelled back. She's my cat. The cat jumped out of Hamudi's lap and began running down the street. Now see what you've done, Hamudi accused. Now see what you've done, Avi answered back. But just then, something unusual happened. It began to snow in Jerusalem. Snowflakes floated gently through the air, swirling and twirling on their way to the earth. You think she got lost because she's white too, like the snow? You should think she like camouflaged into the snow. Let's see. The cat stopped for a moment and sat in the feathery whiteness. She sniffed at the crisp, cold air. My cat is getting all wet, Hamudi said. You mean my cat is getting wet? She could freeze in this weather, Avi added. Hamudi remembered how thin and scraggly the cat had seemed when she was in his lap. We'd better help her then, he said firmly. Oh, so now they both want to help her. The boys ran together, but the cat rounded the corner and disappeared into the next street. They tried to follow her paw tracks, but the spinning snow erased them faster than they could be found. Side by side, the two boys continued through the streets into the next quarter, catching glimpses of white fur through gusts of snow. Look, they're running all around, chasing the cat. Where is she going? Another house? Oh, maybe she's going to the other boy's house. Maybe, let's see. What if she's in a big hole somewhere, already half frozen? Hamudi asked. Then we will warm her with our coats, Avi said. But fear, like a dark cloud, began to follow them through the cold streets. Shatul, cat, Avi sobbed in Hebrew. Shatul, shatul. Ota, cat, Hamudi cried out in Arabic. Ota, ota. They're looking for the cat. Where is she? The boys searched through street after street. Finally, they heard a faint sound like the muffled whine of the wind. They stopped and stepped closer to a darkened alley. You think you see the cat? Should I bring it closer and you guys can see? What do you see?
I think she's blending in through the garbage can.
You think she's blending in? You want to see too?
She could be on the top of the wall.
You think she's up on the wall? Okay, let's see. Hearing the sound again, Avi and Hamudi began to run, slipping and sliding on the snow-covered street. The cries were coming. That's the cat. The cries were coming from some bags. Here, you guys sit and I'll bring it lower. Some bags and cardboard cartons. The boys pushed them aside until they came to one small box.
And he started with the cat.
What do you think is in the box?
Cat.
The cat?
It's running right there.
Okay. Curled inside was the white cat. She was not half frozen, and she was not alone.
I think there's the other cat over there.
You think there's another cat?
I think that's her house. I think that's her house. Kitten.
It's a miracle, Avi said with a smile. She has kittens, 4 of them. Truly a miracle, Hamudi agreed, kneeling down to peer in the box. Avi laughed. No wonder the mama got so skinny, because you know how, have you seen a kitten or someone who has babies, and then when they have the baby, they kind of shrink. So she had babies in her belly, and then her belly shrank, so they were wondering why she was so skinny. Hamudi nodded as he rubbed the fuzzy velvet tummy of one kitten. That's why she wasn't there, right? She was having her kittens, and then, you know, when kittens are born, they need to drink a lot of milk, so the mama needs to stay with them, right? What will we do with all of these cats? Avi asked. It's too dangerous for them to live outside in a box. They could freeze or be killed by mean dogs or bad people. What do you guys think they should do? Bring it to their home and keep it in their house?
Well, the kitten had like a family inside the box. How did they all fit inside of the box?
Are kittens big? Kittens are tiny. They're so tiny. So they all like and they like to be close and squishy. And they they cuddle next to each other. What did you want to say they should do? Bring the box to their house? But wait a second. How many boys are there? 2. How many boxes are there?
1.
What should they do?
They should separate.
How do they separate it?
Because they're not living together. I think 1, 2, 1. I think.
Oh, you're good at math. 2 for one and 2 for the other. What do you think?
I think how could it be 2 for one and 2 for the other? They're 5.
Oh, you're counting the mama. Very smart, mashallah.
Okay, so I think if it was split 2 for 1 and the mama visit both of their houses, she can go people home.
You're right. So if they...
Maybe the older ones do not need a mom, and then the smaller ones, the mama could stay with them.
But they're all babies. They're all kittens. They're all the same age. What did you want to say?
4 kittens should be in one house and the dog and the mama.
Oh, so you think that 4 kittens should be at one house and then the mama should be at the other house? And then sometimes the mama will visit? Mashallah, you guys all have really good ideas. Do you want to find out what they do?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they end up doing. Okay, Hamudi thought about all the stray cats of Jerusalem with bony ribs and patchy fur. We cannot just let them live on the streets. Then we must take them home. So you guys were right, Avi told him. Yes, said Hamudi, there's plenty of room at my house for 5 cats. Is that fair? That's so unfair, right? Is that kind of selfish? Like, hey, I'm going to get all the cats. Sorry, you don't get any. Oh, no, Avi said quickly. I saw the mother first, so I get to take them home. Hamudi scowled. Silence crackled in the air between them. Then Hamudi said sharply, how do I know you saw the mother cat first? You can't prove it. Well, neither can you, Avi snapped back. Leaving her kittens, the cat padded over to the spot where the boys stood arguing. She began to purr loudly and rub against the legs of each boy. So now she's like rubbing against their legs. Her tracks made a figure 8 around them in the snow. So she's basically going between both of them. So she's distracting them now, and they're like, oh, wait, what's happening? What is she doing? Right? So instead of arguing, she can't talk, right? So now she got them to stop arguing and pay attention to her. She wants to communicate with them. Avi bit his lip and looked away. She does not want us to fight, he said slowly. Hamudi stared down at his feet. She wants peace. Then we will share, Avi said. Hamudi smiled. So the boys rummaged through the bags and cartons until they found 2 boxes that were just the right size. They put 2 kittens in each box. Who will get the mother cat? Avi asked. So like you said, there's 5. I think she wants us to share her too, Hamudi said with a grin. Yes, Avi agreed. She can travel back and forth between us the way she did before. Do you think that's a safe, fair way to do it?
Yeah.
No?
I think all of them should stay in one house and then the other boys should visit them.
Oh, so you think that they should all be in one house and then one of the boys just gets to visit.
And then sometimes they switch.
And then they switch? Oh, okay, so maybe that makes it fair?
One boy has 3 cats, and one boy has 2 cats and the box.
Oh, and the box? You're counting the box as one of the special things. So if you were given a box and it was empty, would you feel like you got something cool? Yeah. You would? Oh, mashallah, you're creative. So you like to make stuff out of the box. Let's see. Then the 2 boys headed back to their homes in the old city of Jerusalem, the place some call the center of the universe. With great care, each boy carried 2 kittens in a small box. They were followed proudly by a blue-eyed white cat they named Snow.